Doo, 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 doo. What the? No! Hey everybody. Stupid Atari 5200 controller. Now I only have one left that works. This is the biggest complaint about the system. Other than the fact that it's massive, big, takes up a lot of space. Here's your biggest problem. The joysticks just don't last. In this case, everything's working perfect, but it flat bottoms. I can't go past. Really weird. Probably take it apart and fix it, but still. Maybe I can make it better than the original. Damn Atari.
How far is far?
Announcing the Activision Decathlon by David Crane.
How fast is fast?
10 events designed to challenge the limits of your ability.
How great is great?
I never thought I would experience the challenge of the decathlon again. I was wrong.
For your Atari 2600, the Activision Decathlon. Let the games begin.
Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of the Atari 5200 collection. I'm a little more excited because there's a little bit more of a reason to be excited. Now, what we're going to see is why I saved the other companies, so we'll call it third party. Now, there's only 5 third party companies. We're only looking at CVS Electronics, Activision, Sega, Parker Brothers, and Big 5. So their third-party support was kind of but hey, let's face it, back then there wasn't a lot of third-party support for that era anyway. So, moving on, the controller. Yeah, they were a problem. They were a very big problem. If anybody actually knows where I can buy some, or an aftermarket that's pretty good, please comment below. I'm down to 1. No kidding, I'm down to 1. Now, Activision played a big part in the Atari 5200, and we just seen Bruce Jenner's commercial. I had to do it. I found it, and I had to do it. That was Bruce Jenner. And for Decathlon. Right? So now we're seeing Decathlon. Bruce Jenner endorsed the game. Pretty cool. All-time favorite, River Raid. Now, the footage for River Raid, I think I couldn't get the footage I needed. Took it or borrowed it from the Commodore 64. My bad. My bad. And kaboom! You can't. This game is awesome. It's so much fun. Me and Jeff were playing this not that long ago on the 2600, and man, this game does look better than the 2600. So as you're going to see now, and what I'm going to notice is that the third-party companies actually did justice to the game system. Pretty impressive. So we're going to notice that the graphics are better. Audio, still in my opinion, is better. I'm not sure if they're using the same chip or not, but just listening to it sounds better. That could be just my hearing, which is not the greatest. But you're going to start seeing Dreadnought Factor. That was a cool game, actually. When I seen the Dreadnought come up, I could see the big difference between this and the 2600 graphics. Pitfall 2. This is where you start to see some stuff. The quality, like the way the person's dressed, colors, everything, coming alive. space shuttle. So I can simulate going up. It's not really a great simulator, but it was cool for its time. There's no doubt about that. Now I look at it and go, yeah. But man, at the time, I bet you people were like, man, that is cool. Space shuttle. Zenji. Actually, I think this is more of one of the rarer games for the system. But I got a lot from a buddy, and that's how I got most of my 5200 games. He just happened to have some really good ones. Keystone Capers. Definitely now we're going to see a difference between the 2600 and the 5200. Graphics are definitely more alive. Now, Mario Brothers. It was still in the old style cartridge that Atari was using, and I held on to it for a reason for this one. Look at that game. This is night and day. This means Nintendo or whoever had the rights to rewrite this game actually put some time into it. It looks way better than the 2600. Almost getting Nintendo quality there. I say almost loosely. CBS now. Blueprint. Game looks beautiful. I mean, the colors and everything for its time, the game looks absolutely beautiful. Gotta give them credit. I actually thought the CBS cartridges would be the worst ones out there. Then, of course, from that era, CBS also put out Gorf on that system. Kind of a weird cartridge shape. I think it might have been only 2 games from CBS, I'm not 100%, but it's the only 2 I have right now. And, I mean, it looks like probably a little or on par with the VIC-20. And you can't have the system without this game. Miner 2049er. Amazingly done on the Atari 5200. I was impressed with ColecoVision. That's what I grew up playing with this game with. This competes with it. I'm very impressed. So I'm as you can see, a lot more excited because that looks a lot better. And this is Big 5 Entertainment. They also released the second one on this system as well. And I am looking for that one. If anybody knows where that is, let me know. I only, unfortunately, have one game from my favorite company in the whole entire world, Sega, and that is Buck Rogers. So, definitely better than a 2600 version of Buck Rogers. There are 4 games they had put out. I believe Congo Bongo, and a couple others I can't quite remember. But I do want them. Actually, I'm going to try and complete this collection because it's so small, so definitely going to give that a shot. And then, I think this is a little more sought after too, and that is Gyrus. Alright, this is Parker Brother now, so we're Parker Brother. Parker Brother. Montana's Revenge. Very revengeful. I think it's a deputy for another one, maybe. But yeah, the graphics are so much better. James Bond 007. Not what you expect when we think of a James Bond game. When we think of it, we think an N64, bad, you know, boom, 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 shoot 'em up. No, you're in the car and you're kind of doing a Moon Patrol style game. I kind of like it. And I'm so proud. Star Wars actually looks pretty darn good on this system. I remember the Atari version did not look like that. It looked like sticks. So a lot better. The TIE Fighters look great. Kind of disappointed though in the Return of the Jedi. Your Millennium Falcon kind of going around, kind of like an asteroids type thing, shooting out TIE Fighters and whatever else is in the sky. Gets kind of boring after a while. 2 box games. Q*bert. I love Q*bert. Q*bert looks pretty good on this system as well. And Popeye looks phenomenal on this system. very, very happy when I seen that. Looks phenomenal. So there you have it. That is the difference between Part 1 and Part 2. You can see that, in my opinion, Atari just kind of reported their games and tried to do a little tiny bit of subtle differences to make you think that this was a much better system. Don't get me wrong, I think the system was a lot better, but they messed up. The third-party companies showed the power and performance of the machine. Unfortunately, I guess ColecoVision was able to show a little more. So, this ain't a versus video, but hey, we can clearly see that the third-party companies definitely did a better job at producing games for Atari's own system than they did. They seem to have just re-released Atari 2600 games and never gave the machine a chance. Thank you, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, we are only like, and I hate to preach it, but we are only like 9 away, I think, 200 subscribers. That means we can have a party for 200 subscribers. Great. And I can give away the Super Mario Bros. 3 complete in box for the NES to the lucky winner of anybody who has subscribed from 0 to 200. So anybody subscribing up to 200 is in the draw. So please, like, subscribe, and share. Till next time, the last Game Hunter, me, did it right this time. Game over.